Some connections deepen, while some others fade, and some fall away completely. And nobody really can tell you how to prepare for this moment. Welcome back to the School of Shamanism. I'm Giada, and this is Season 1, Walking Between Worlds. In the first solo episode, I share my story, how I held a corporate career and a spiritual life at the same time for over 2 decades, and what it really means to walk between two situations, two worlds in your life. In the second solo episode, we got practical, so energy management, daily rituals, boundaries, working with natural cycles instead of just against them. Today I want to talk about something that doesn't get discussed enough, something that can be one of the most painful but also one of the most liberating parts of our journey. The topic is relationships. Because when you start walking between worlds, when you start honoring that quieter, deeper part of yourselves, then things shift. Not just inside you, but also around you. So the people in your life start to feel different. Some connections deepen, while some others fade, and some fall away completely. And nobody really can tell you how to prepare for this moment. You just change inside yourself and everything around you changes at the same time. So when you commit to your own growth, when you start taking your soul work in a serious way, you change. And the way you see the world changes as well. So your priorities shift, what you're willing to tolerate and accept shifts. And the people around you notice that. Sometimes they're curious, sometimes they're supported, but sometimes they feel uncomfortable because they think that you are not giving them enough attention. And your change holds up a mirror to their own life. And not everyone wants to have a look at this mirror. And you may find that conversation that used to feel normal now feel shallow. And that people you used to spend hours with now drain you in minutes. And suddenly you are the weird one. Suddenly in your family, your friend group, you talk about energy, intuition, and spirits and shamanism. What is actually really is shamanism? And you feel alone because they don't understand you anymore. They think that you have changed, and they will address that. And of course you have changed, but they have changed too. And the people who fall away, it's not something that you normally expect because it's maybe they have been friends forever for your own life. You grow up with these people, you shared everything with them, but your path, your journeys diverged at some point, and so you kept growing and maybe in a direction that they didn't understand. And slowly the calls with them become less frequent. You are not keeping this relationship anymore, or they are not. Sometimes they are members of your family, the people that were around you. They have this fixed idea of who you are, and they can't accept this new version of you. Because in their mind, you will always be the wee one, the little one, whatever definition they have given to you. And this also involves partners, their romantic relationships. They were built on a version of you that no longer exists. And when you start walking between worlds, you need someone who can hold space for all of you. For the you that is in the transition, not just the practical, visible you, but also the invisible part of you, the mystical part of you. And not every relationship can stretch that far. So letting go of this connection is very hard. And even when you know it's right, even when you feel that the release, there is always this sort of sadness because it's a death. It's the end of something that truly mattered in your life. and the people that decide to stay. Because not everyone, of course, falls away. Some people stay. And often they are not who you expected either. They are the ones who might not fully understand what you do, but they respect it. They just be over there. They ask questions, real questions. They try to be open to the new idea of you. They hold space for your weirdness without the needing of fixing or explaining that much. And sometimes it's the old friend who surprise you because they change with you along the way. They take the opportunity to change themselves, and maybe sometimes they join you on the journey somehow in their own way. Sometimes you have new people around you who speak your new language, who see you really for the new vision, for the new identity that you have. They don't need to translate yourself. And maybe you find the deepest connection with these new people that become soul friends because they are on a similar journey, maybe not necessarily the same one, but a similar one. Maybe you are in a practice, maybe you are like I am in the shamanic practice, and you find similar people that are in another spiritual path, but they share the same thirst for knowledge. And at some point, of course, there is this relief because you stop translating yourself. And it's something that takes a while. It actually took me several years in order to, which I always sometimes feel when I'm in some environments. I always need to translate what I'm doing. I'm running a place that is called Art of Spirituality, and then I need always to explain the spirituality. I always say it's well-being, but sometimes I say, for me, it's not actually well-being. It's more than that. It's the journey of the soul. And sometimes I say, this is what I am. I'm wearing my 3 hats, and I don't need to fit necessarily according to the person that is in front of me, because otherwise this work every time is exhausting. You just have to be really honest, because maybe sometimes you actually have a person and you present yourself with 1 hat, with 1 world, and actually that person needs one of the other worlds that you are walking into, that they are always the real parts of you. So you don't need everyone, and also you don't need to be everyone to understand you and to understand everyone. And also another element in relationship, holding space for others, because it's easy to get frustrated with the people who don't get it, and to think that someone is on their own path, and you don't need to be there waiting. They have their own timing. And just because someone isn't where you are doesn't mean that they are less than you. It just means that they are somewhere else, that some relationships need to end, some others need to be on a pause, on a break, because they need to develop their own way. And in the meantime, you keep doing your own stuff. So you keep walking your own path with integrity. And not trying to convert anyone. I've discovered this new world. Now you need to be with me. You need to actually to be in the same path. No, just simply respect exactly where they are and where you are. And then another element of this relationship is building community, because if you're walking between worlds, you need a community, not a huge one, even just a few people around you, but you need someone who is on the same page. Because this path can be sometimes isolating. You are navigating things that most people don't, that the people that are in the matrix don't. They don't believe in what you do. They don't want to talk about, especially all the times when you talk about the hot topics, death, spirits. So find your own people, find your own tribe, whatever you want to call it. Because they are there, they are in circles, they are in workshops, they are in places also you might not expect. You might find them sometimes also in a corporate meeting, who knows? You just connect and click with the soul that is in front of you. And that's why I created School of Shamanism, because I know how much it matters to have a space where you don't have to explain yourself, where you can just be all of the parts of you, both worlds, and be met with understanding. So you are not meant to walk this path alone. So relationships are, of course, one of the hardest parts of this walking in between worlds. Because there is a loss, there is a grief, there is the loneliness of being misunderstood, but there are also this incredible gift, the connections that remain, the new ones that come in on board, that are deeper, real, but sometimes better than what you have before, without saying what is bad, what is good, better for your soul in that specific moment. And just let go of all the others with love, with gratitude, but just let them go, and stay open to who is coming in, because your people are out there, they are looking for you too. And so it's a mutual search that we are going through.